I'm the reggae kion. 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 I'm the reggae kion.
That was took multiple pregnancy tests. You didn't just take that one.
Why are you telling my business on here?
You said we was gonna be raw and uncut and not.
You raw and uncut about
yes,
everything.
I did. I told.
What?
Happy Halloween to all of you goblins and ghouls. Welcome to the premiere episode of Dear Dix, which is a Halloween special, as you can see. I am your host, Kiana Brochet.
And I am Alzora.
So thanks for joining us. This is our first episode and it is geared towards Halloween, but we will have episodes in the future every week. And sometimes they may be Halloween. They may be holiday targeted or, just plain old us. So within Dear Dix, we're going to be discussing various topics. Some may be recent news, trending, and, some may be old news that will relate to ourselves. So we're basically going to tell you information about us that's raw and uncut, that other people... What? It is. We're gonna be raw and uncut, like very raw and uncut. Like, Dear Dick. So today's topic, me and Zoe are gonna talk about what are some of the scariest moments ever. Can you think of a lot in your life? What are some of the scariest moments?
I'm pretty sure I can. Yeah.
You haven't had that. That mean you had a sheltered life.
Oh no, I still had fright. That actually makes it really scary. To have a sheltered life, and then when you go out to college and don't know anything, that actually makes it a little more frightening.
Because you went to college and you ran wild, wicked girl. You was a wicked witch.
I was a good girl, good college girl, till my second semester.
Yeah, so that's a different Dear Dix, and we're gonna talk about the definition of good girl there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway. So what we're gonna do, me and Zoe are gonna write down, we don't have anything, we're gonna write down what we think is the scariest moments in the other person's life. So I'm gonna write down what I think her scariest moment is, and
I'm gonna write down what I think her scariest moment is.
Yeah. So let's do that now. So then at the end of the show, we can look at it and be like, no, that one of my scariest moment, or, Okay, so let's do that now. So we're raw and uncut, right?
Yes.
Okay. Don't be looking at us.
not trying to cheat.
Don't be cheating, don't be cheating. We're not talking about you. Don't touch my dick. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the first topic of discussion is, what is the scariest moment that you had when you was a child? What's your scariest moment?
The scariest moment I had when I was a child, I would say, was when I was walking home from school one day. And as you know, but if you guys don't know, I am from the country, a little country small town in Louisiana named Maryville. And I rode the bus to school and back home, and where our road is like a little trail where our house is located at. So the bus would stop at the end of the road, and we would have to walk down this trail of a road to get to my house, and all this, the children that rode that same bus that lived on that road had to walk home. So my dad hadn't cut the grass in a couple of weeks or whatever. He was working at this time as well. So I'm walking through, I'm walking and just ready to get home. First of all, I'm fat back then. I'm fat now. Hell, I eat like now. But back then, I'm fat. I'm ready to get home and eat. Like, walking through the grass, it's this big, thick black snake that's in the grass. And I was like this close from stepping on that snake, and I know he probably felt my vibration, because snakes, like, they feel the vibration. Like, when I tell you, I was looking up the whole time, just stomping through, because that was my normal routine. And God told me, look down, my sister. Look
God,
down.
my sister and my child.
Oh, my child. Yeah.
So that's how you know that wasn't God then if he said, look down my sister. That wasn't God.
It was somebody that was
probably
trying to help me out. Look down. It was this big, thick, long black snake. I was like,
a big, thick, long black snake. Woo!
Not that type of snake. I'm talking about.
Well, I tell you, that's a different Dear Dix. That's a different episode.
But anyways, I was about to step on it, and it scared me so bad. Like, I literally started shaking, so I backed up from it real slow, and I ran to my to the neighbor's house, which was my nanny, and I stayed with her, you know, until my dad got home. But yeah, I think that was one of my scariest moments, like walking up on that damn snake. That was scary. That was
like
scared
a
me.
tantalizing moment. That don't seem like no scary moment.
That was terrifying.
That wasn't tantalizing to you?
Tantalizing.
Tantalizing, yeah. Like, you know, they make you, you know.
Horny?
Not necessarily horny, you know, but
something that can demolish my body?
Ooh, that sounds even better.
Oh my God. So do I have to ask you this same question?
Ooh, that sounds even better. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, so that was my scariest moment as a child. So as a child, what can you recall of what your scariest moment was?
I didn't come home when the street lights was on. Mm-hmm. And Mama Rose, she always used to tell me her hands was lethal weapons. And, you know, certified weapons, like, registered in the database. That's what my grandma told me. That's what our grandma told me. Mama Rose ain't never tell you.
Lethal Weapon? The movie?
No, she got royalties from it. She got royalties, yes, she did. But no. But so, she always told me that. And so, one time I didn't come home on the street. I was down at Sweet Pea house playing. And I forgot about them lights.
Sweet Pea? Who's Sweet Pea?
Sweet Pea. Yeah, my neighbor friend, Sweet Pea. This is my scariest moment as a child. So I was hanging out with Sweet Pea, and I forgot about them street lights. And I get in the house, Mama Rose nowhere to be found. Nowhere. I want to change it. Oh no, I'm changing mine. So forget about Sweet Pea now. So you know when you have your bike or whatever, yeah, forget about Sweet Pea. So you know when you have your bike and some, you know how Mama Rose used to say, Daddy used to say, put your bike up when it get nighttime, you know, put your bike up in the garage. So I used to be on my bike, and I used to rear up to the, you know, in the driveway and pop a wheelie and lay.
I was scared to pop wheelies.
And I would pop a wheelie and I would lay it down and go on in the house. And so, you know, Mama Rose would always say, you know, put your bike up, you know, the bike too expensive. So one night I put it by the garage and I went inside to lay down one evening. And I put it down, you know, so I go inside and lay down. And I laid down, but I didn't intend to go to sleep. Mm-hmm. And so I went to sleep, and that bike, I had put it on the outside of the garage, like right by the door or whatever, but I didn't put it up. And you mean to tell me I woke up to a whooping? That's the scariest thing for you to wake up. Now, waking up to sex, that's different. But waking up to lashes on your, like, bang, and you in a deep sleep.
Oh, yeah. It's never really happened to me.
In them paint sticks at Lowe's, them big, not the little bitty ones that you stir, but them long paint sticks. Mm-hmm. That's what I got whoopings with, them hard ones. Them long, hard paint sticks from Lowe's.
Yeah, that's something tragic right there.
I woke up to that. That was like the scariest moment I had as a child, like ever. So, number 2. The scariest dare you ever had?
Scariest dare? I never really played like truth or dare or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jamaica and them, they dared my cousins. They dared me. Okay, so back then Ricky Smiley was hot. You know, he was doing his stand-up comedy or whatever. So I was in middle school. I was about what? No, I wasn't in middle school. I was younger than that. I'd say I was probably like 11. 12, 10 maybe. You know, on the Ricky Smiley stand-up thing, he said, what do you call a deer with no eyes? What do you call a deer with no eyes?
I don't know.
Y'all, what do you call
her with no eyes?
I'm a deer! I didn't even think about that. I forgot what I was. I forgot I had all this on my your face. Halloween, go ahead, goose and goblins. But what do you call? So what do you call a deer with no eyes? I have no idea. Get it? You get it?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I have no idea. So anyway, that was the joke. That was the joke, and it was real funny when Ricky Smiley did it. And so, you know, Aunt Titi, you know, she don't play all them games, some of this stupid talking stuff. And so Jamaica them and Sugar they dared me to ask Aunt Titi, what do you call a deer with no eyes? And so I was like, man, I'm not asking Aunt Titi that because, you know, she gonna say something crazy to me, whatever. And so I said, Aunt Titi, she said, mm-hmm. I said, what? She in the front seat right here, and I'm in the back, you know, leaning up. And she said, she looked back like that. Well, let me look at her. She looked back like that. And she said something so nasty. I don't even know what she said, but she didn't cuss because she's a pastor, bishop, doctor, you know, doctor.
Call a deer asking that woman what do you call a deer with no eyes?
And she looked back and she said something so nasty. And her and my grandmother, her Aunt Titi and Mama Rose, like they have a way of don't they? They have a way of like saying things in the nicest way, but it hurts your feelings so much you don't even want to, but it be so nice, so sweet, you can't even say nothing, you know, because they so spiritual and godly. Like they say something, you wish they would have cussed you out versus saying whatever they said. I don't remember what she said, but that was scary.
I bet you it made you cry.
It did. I was back there. I was just like, cause Joe Mike and them, they laughing at me.
And you was tearing up.
Yeah.
They wrong for that.
Because they know there was a dare because they know Aunt Titi, and I of course want to be in with Joe Mike and them because they was cool, whatever, you know. And so they dared me to do it, and I did it because everybody, you know, they know not to say nothing crazy to Aunt Titi or like asking her stupid stuff like that or whatever. So whenever she, like, man, I knew I shouldn't have did it.
You call a deer with no eyes.
I have no idea.
That's funny.
That's funny. Okay, number 3. I was about to say number uno.
Number uno.
Tres. Okay, so what is the scariest decision you've ever had to make in your life?
Scariest? Kind of like emotional, touchy.
I guess, you know, we done had a couple laughs because you know, don't make it too long now with all the tears and stuff.
No, I don't have time for tearing. Messing up my makeup.
And you got on
my bunny makeup.
Bunny makeup.
But I think my actual scariest.
None of your drink. I bet you just sit up and.
I have. I think one of my most frightening moments. What was it? Most frightening moments? Decisions. I think was actually being honest to one of my closest friends that I've been knowing for years. And it's sad that it hurts you to actually be honest, or like you're, you know, afraid to talk to someone who is supposed to be close to you because you're afraid of what they're going to say or how they're going to react, or they're going to walk out of your life and not be your friend anymore. Like, I feel if you're a close friend or a best friend, then I should be able to tell you everything underneath the sun and you not feel any type of way. And if you do, we'll talk about it and then it'd be over with, you know? So I think one of my most scariest decisions in life was actually being honest to one of my closest friends, and we had to separate from each other. You know, I still love her. I know she still loves me, but that was very hard for me because that's something I've never had to do to someone that I actually really love.
The decision I made in high school, like, you know, dealing with like pregnancy or whatever, like that decision, you know. So I'll discuss that in a different episode, but like that decision, like within that was like, you know, that was. I know we said we are gonna be raw, but yeah, that was like a really hard decision or whatever.
It's gonna make you happy.
Yeah. So moving on. So number 4. What is the most scariest moment that you have ever had to make? I mean, well, not make, that was a decision, but the most scariest moment as an adult. The scariest moment that you've ever had as an adult.
As an adult, I would have to say driving on 285 going to Atlanta. Boy, these roads out here is ridiculous. I mean, I do be frightened every time I get in my car driving around here with these crazy drivers.
I'm about to say the fertile rate, the fatality rate from deaths in the car up here, like driving on the interstate, is 1,200.
That's ridiculous,
because it flashes up on the thing. It's like 1,260 something right now.
That's ridiculous, man. I had too many frightening moments. I would say, like, when I thought my dad was gonna pass, that was a little frightening. Being that I was in summer school, because I have difficulties with school or whatever, but I was in summer school, and with me trying to focus on what I'm, trying to focus on my studies, and then I was trying to work as well, and then my dad, like, to make a long story short, he had fallen and he messed up his hip, so he had to go through hip surgery, and I was there with him like the whole time, and then he had a infection called sepsis, and it's actually like it affects your brain. So we were almost about to lose him, because he was talking out of his head, and it was like an infection that went in his bloodstream, and it was pretty much poisoning him. And I would say that was one of my scariest moments as an adult, because I've already lost one parent as a child. So it was just like, man, if I lose my dad, and I'm already close to him, and if I lose my dad, I'm trying to get through school, I'm in the process of relocating, This isn't cool, So I would have to say that was one of my most frightening moments as an adult, when I thought my dad wasn't going to make it.
Yeah. I couldn't even go to the hospital.
Yeah, she couldn't. She can't see that type of stuff.
I went, and first thing I started doing, I walked in
crying before she even got there. You better not start crying on me.
Everybody better start crying about the old boy.
Oh boy!
You better start crying. I'm just saying, I couldn't go in there and text.
So what's your scariest moment as an adult?
Every day. No, actually, my adult, I would rather my adult life than my childhood. Honestly. So that's it with me. So the next topic, so this is a bit more interesting. So what is the scariest sexual experience? Stop watching, Ma. Daddy, stop watching. Mama Rose, stop
Daddy
watching.
don't even know how to log on to YouTube.
Okay, so what is the scariest sexual experience that you've ever had?
The scariest sexual experience I have had was having unprotected sex, and
That's supposed to feel good.
no, it did. It's supposed to be raw. It felt awesome, but I wasn't smart about the situation, and it was my first time ever in life taking a pregnancy test, and it came out positive. And I think that was what really frightened me, which I kept doing actions after that. But I think it really did frighten me, just because even though my two friends didn't have any children, but it's so many people that was around, well, not that was around me, the people that I know, people I graduated with, people from my hometown, people that even went to the university we went to, had babies, and it's just like, it's nothing wrong with that, to each his own, but I want to be actually established and make sure it's with the right person or whatever before I just make a child with anyone. And it was just like, it was so many, not really many pros, but there's more cons just going through my head. Like, man, it was scary because, it's like you're taking a pregnancy test. It's your first time taking a test. And then after you pee, you pee on that stick. And then you look at it and it says positive. Like, so it did frighten me or whatever.
You sat on that dick and then you raised that baby. Shit. Don't be scared. Don't be scared now. You want to scare him. You was, put it in. Don't go fast.
I actually wasn't saying that. It actually did hurt. But,
gotta erase it.
But anyways, I think that was one of my. It did. apples, and I went to the doctor, and it was negative, so there wasn't anything in there.
Anyway, enough with your boring sex life. My scariest sexual experience. That girl said, your boring sex life, and I ain't had sex since March. Well, that's by choice.
I ain't had it since May.
January, February, May.
June, July, August, September, October.
Wait a minute. January, February, March, April, May. Sid, I got 3 months on you. What, May? You was doing something in May?
That was the last time.
See, I'm finding out stuff. See, you said you wasn't gonna do no nasty skin, boy.
Well, see, it wasn't an accident. Cause
Ain't no accident.
I said I was gonna be celibate, and then
how you gonna be celibate with cock running through you?
He was just cooling, and
you need to be with that person that way in their presence.
I know that, but yeah,
that's your body. That's your
blood.
It
was May. It was May, but
in May. That's the first I'm hearing of this. I'm ashamed of you.
What's next, man?
Okay, so well, one of my scary. This is one I'm sharing on this show because we have so much to talk about. My scariest sexual experience was so you know how McNeese, how they alphas always get their party bus. So Bilbo is, you know, he an alpha. He got them party buses and limousine service and like. Okay, so anyway, so you know, me and Kiki, we was on the party bus, you know, with cancer, skeleton nose. And you know, the whole day line,
the whole shebang,
probate or something like that. So anyway, that's when the Neos had done crossed, you know, and they got. So then the party bus was taking them to the after party, the house party, whatever. So after we got out the party bus, like, you know, we rode around, whatever, you know, and then like after we rode around the party bus, was drinking and stuff. We was going to the after party. So we get in the car with Cancer, aka AT&T, aka Family, aka
no Miss Nigga.
What? Okay. So anyway, me and Kiki, we was riding with him to the party or whatever.
Hey, Kiki.
Okay. So anyway. So this is the first time I heard. So this is like some exclusive information too.
Mine is boring compared to this already.
So
I have some interesting ones though.
Yeah,
I just didn't
put
say it.
Pop rocks and all that. Yeah, you do. So you ain't putting no pop. Anyway, that's a different Dear Dix. What you doing your throat for? You letting them know, honey? She got on her throat trainer.
I ain't need that. I don't need this, honey. Was blessed. Jesus blessed me with, honey.
Jesus blessed me.
I was blessed with this, people. Oh yeah, people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so am I ever gonna finish the story? Okay, so anyway, so this is actually the first time I ever heard Slow Motion by Trey Songz. So, Cancer told Cancer, boy gonna be like, I know he gonna watch this because he watch everything I do. But he gonna be like, why the hell is my name Cancer? Like, you know. But
damn, I got cancer now.
Like, what you said. You said that. I didn't say that.
You just don't want him to be upset with you.
Give a fuck. As many times I'm upset with that boy, things he done did to me. Things he done did to me. Shit, he can be upset enough sometime too. Shit, many times. But anyway, so he told Kiki to drive, and so we got in the back, and so he was lipping lapping, and we'll explain what lipping. Well, I'm gonna put what lipping lapping is, like kind of like right here or up here somewhere. So he was lipping lapping, And that song, and Trey Songz was like, slow motion. And then when he was saying slow motion, his tongue was slow motion. And I was just like, oh, this is my song. And I had never heard that song before. And then, so anyway, we stopped at like an apartment complex. And long story short, this car pulled up beside us. And yeah. So I was kind of scared because I was like, these people gonna call the police. So we had to hurry up. And his booty, he had to help him get up. And like, his booty was in the window and stuff. It was so cute.
Damn, you think we got enough time? I shouldn't have said that story. Because when you said a car pulled up, that reminded me of that time me and, we don't have no nickname for him. But me and such
I can tell my names, but just because you're not telling your names, I can
tell mine
too. He know what he did, and everybody.
Oh, I don't have no problem. Okay, so me and Corey.
Don't nobody even know who Corey is? No way. Shit, his name could have been Tevin for all we care. Nobody know who the fuck Corey is.
We was
Who?
You can clip that other part out and we end it.
No, we not. This is funny.
But okay, so me and Corey, which is one of my.
You're gonna have to tell this story. No, you should have chose your to be for the beginning. You can't go back.
I can't.
No.
Damn it! This would have been a really good one. I didn't think about it. So much stuff done happened.
We'll talk about that on. We'll talk about that on Dear Dix. What's up down there? So anyway, we'll talk about that on there.
I think my stuff was more serious.
Why I chose to be a deer is because I just dyed my hair last night. And I was gonna do like the skull face or whatever, but then I was like, you know what? I think I would be a cute ass deer. And so here we go. I did a tutorial too, but it was like my first one, so I don't know if it's ugly or whatever.
And as y'all can see, I am a grizzly bear. No, I'm just kidding. I am a bunny, and the reason I
chose a grizzly bear. That's pretty funny.
The reason I chose to be a bunny is because I think bunnies are so cute and precious. I love when I was little, I used to see like the bunnies hopping around, the little brown ones with the white fuzzy tails. I love bunnies, and I've always wanted to be like an X-rated bunny though for Halloween, like the
Playboy.
Yeah. I've always wanted to be.
Well, since you got that, you can go ahead and just get you a leotard and do that. Don't change it up since you already about that.
Yeah, basically.
And if we go out, because you know they have a lot of free parties in Atlanta.
And we might, the ones that pay, we probably get in for free if we dress sexy enough. So, you know.
Digger said, I am a grizzly bear. Oh, okay. So the last thing, thank you guys. If you watched thus far, thank you so much. Okay, so the last thing. So remember at the beginning of the show where we said we had to write down our scariest moments that we thought. So I'm going to say mine that I think hers is. And then, so we're going to discuss that. And then she's going to do it like vice versa. Okay, y'all ready? You ready? So, A. Well, I'm going to do my A. She's going to do her A. And then we're going to do our B's. So, A. Say it at the same time. Can we say it at the same time?
No, it's going to be confusing for the viewers.
They can't hear. Okay, so my scariest moment for you was your pregnancy scare when you took your pregnancy test. Since you talked about that too.
It was. Since you know me better than y'all do. Yep. Man.
Okay. That was my victory dance. Come on.
So my A, what I chose for her, what I thought one of her scariest moments is losing your virginity.
No?
I
didn't even realize. I didn't even really know that I had done. Which that don't make no sense, but it didn't really. I wasn't consciously aware. I mean, I wasn't raped, but I wasn't really, something. I don't know.
See, I know a lot of them, but I don't want to put them on here. The
Why
viewers
not?
don't need to know too much about personal business.
But I already got it right. But my second choice would have been moving to Atlanta.
Not really. I think you was more, well, you wasn't afraid, but you was like, I know something gonna happen, versus me, I was like excited to move, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I think once I got here, it scared me more.
Yeah. I wasn't, because I had already known what was going to happen.
I was like amped to move. I was like telling everybody, telling people in Lake Charles, yeah, I'm going to go work for Tyler Perry. Telling everybody. Tyler Perry, you watch this, yeah, you know.
Telling everybody that.
I was telling everybody, but yeah, I think it was mainly when I got here more. And the B that I chose for her, that I thought was her second scariest moment in life, was singing by yourself in that church when everybody left you abandoned and you had to sing by yourself.
When?
Remember when you was little?
Kumbaya, my Lord.
I think so. When you was little and you had to sing by yourself up there.
I forgot about that. It was, but then once I got singing, everybody was like, go, key that, go, key. And I was like, Kumbaya, and then it made me sing more. Because everybody was like, key that. And then once they stopped applying, I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing too much. Let me just go and wrap this on up. Because they, for real, you know when you beat them, when they done been hooped and hollered all they can. And it's like, come on, let's go on.
They got laryngitis.
Yeah, because on whatever part I got loud on, that's when they said, key that. So I was like, oh, they like that. But I thought, thinking in my head, I'm like, oh, okay, they like that. Let me do that again. But it didn't really get as much applause as it did the first time. I am the beautiful Dear tonight. I'm gonna try not to get caught in the headlights. You see what I'm saying? Get caught because Dear got me. Anyway, once again, I am Keandra Brochet.
And I am the lovely Elzora, the bunny. I have them hopping to me like a bunny. Hey! I have them hopping to me like a bunny. I have them hopping to me like a bunny. I got them hopping.
Like a bunny.